Car Obsession is proudly supported by Carly and Draggy. Check out the video description to find out the latest discount codes.
Hello guys and welcome back to Car Obsession. You join me in the brand new Ford Focus ST, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I am doing a review on the infotainment. It's been quite some time since I've done an infotainment review. I did do one on the new Honda Connect system, but I lost some of the footage, so I couldn't produce the video, which was rather annoying. But anyway, that was then, this is now. So the reason why I'm focusing on the Focus is because this is now fitted with Ford's new Sync 4 system. The Sync 3 system had been in use for quite some time and Ford has finally updated it. So yes, I thought I'd do a little review, let you know about the functions and what I think of it. So of course I need to show you the display. I'm sure you don't want to see my face for too long. So I've got my compact camera here, and yes, here is the touchscreen. It's rather large actually. It's 13.2 inches, so yeah, it is a big boy. It is a very crisp display. You get the navigation, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, DAB radio and Bluetooth as standard. Pretty standard affair. Now, unlike the pre-facelift Focus ST, the climate control functions are now integrated into the touchscreen, so they're no longer physical and down here, and as a result you do get a cleaner center console. And to be fair, using these on the move isn't quite as fiddly as you may think. Let me just turn that down because there we go, the climate control was being a little bit noisy. Oh, that's one of my cameras turning off, but I don't know which one. That's still on. Strange. Still recording. Yes. So the Sync 4 system, it's got a nice display to it. It's crisp. It's got a nice clarity to it. So this is the landing page, the home page as it were. You've got the map on the left hand side. As you can see, you've got the Android Auto there, and you can see the audio is turned off. On the right hand side, you've got three headings. You've got settings. So if you go into here, you can change phone list, navigation, pretty much all the settings in here. And it's a very slick, responsive touchscreen, which is very nice. Then in features, in here you've got the drive modes. This car has 4 because it's got the performance pack. So if you go in here, you can select your drive mode, so you have slippery. And what I like is that each one has got its own little animation. So I do apologise that you can see my reflection. It's just the lighting isn't fantastic, but hopefully you get the points I'm putting across. And then we've got racetrack, and you get a little animation of a Laguna Seca, which is pretty cool. Now, unfortunately, there's no custom or individual setting, which I think is a bit of an oversight from Ford. So this car, as an option, has got the adaptive dampers. So when you put it into sport or racetrack, you get a firmer ride. But it would be nice to have the option. Oh, sorry, the car's turned off because I've had the ignition on for a while. So we'll turn on the engine. It would be nice to have the option to have everything set to maximum attack and have the ride set to its more docile setting. In here, you've got driver assistance, so you do have quite a lot of safety features. So you've got cruise control, so you can either have normal cruise control or you can have adaptive, or you've even got intelligent, where it picks up the speed signs, because this car, as an option, does have the traffic sign recognition, and you can also change the tolerance, which is pretty funky. You've got a speed limiter, that's pretty straightforward. Again, that can be intelligent. So so let's say you're driving in an area that you're not too familiar with, and it goes from 60 to 40, for example, and there's a speed camera that can prevent you from getting a speed ticket. One would argue that if you're a good, aware driver, you shouldn't need this, but we're human and we do make mistakes. So you do have that. Lane keeping system, pretty straightforward. You've got pre-collision alert, traffic sign recognition, you've got the rear view camera, you've got a wrong way alert, which I would argue no car should need. If you're a good enough driver, you shouldn't need to be told that you're going the wrong way, but again, that's my personal opinion. Hill start assist and driver alert. So then let me just get you a bit closer. Again, apologies that you can see a massive reflection. And then you've got the owner's manual, which is, well, the owner's manual. Then go back to the home page, you've got the mobile apps. You do have an app you can use with this. I think it's the My Ford app, which I haven't got set up because this isn't my car. this has been loaned to me by Ford for a few days. And that's Android Auto, as you can see, connected to my S22 Ultra. We'll show you the reversing camera, which isn't the clearest, but it's good enough, and you get front and rear parking sensors, all pretty much standard affair. And what I like about the touchscreen is that no matter what part of the touchscreen you're in, you've got that little shortcut there to take you back to Android Auto. I was faffing about something earlier, and I just hit that and I got straight back into Android Auto, which is a pretty good touch. I like that. Well done, Ford. So I will test out the navigation in a few moments. Before I do so, this does have the Bang & Olufsen sound system, and it's always difficult to really portray how good a sound system is over YouTube, because I'm using the microphone on my cameras. Well, I'm actually using a voice recorder, and then I'm trying to get that sound across on your speakers, on your headphones, or on your phone, or on your laptop. So it's always difficult to give you a true idea of how good the sound is. But I know some of you want to get an idea. So hopefully I've got a YouTube-friendly track that I can play. This is by Ryan Little. I use a lot of his music. So yeah, so let me know what you guys think. I have turned the bass up a little bit because I love a bit of bass. Yeah, pretty good. Lovely stuff. And you get the idea, hopefully. Getting the phone connected to the system is a piece of cake. As you can see, my phone isn't actually plugged in, so the Android Auto does work wirelessly. So it saves just having cables here and there and everywhere, which is a good touch. I like that. Well done, Ford. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I can think of to go through with you. You do have park assist, which there's nowhere really around here I can demonstrate it because I'm kind of out in the sticks. So let's do a navigation test. So let's go to the nearest petrol station, which to be fair will be this car's second home. So I'm not going to use Android Auto. I'm going to use the car's inbuilt system. So got to go to where to, and then I don't want this. I don't want that. I can get rid of that. So if I go to where to, and then you have options here. Now, what's pretty cool, you do have fuel prices, but I can't use that because, yeah, you need to use the activation. The app is called Ford Pass, not My Ford. But what I am going to do is, there should be, go to Explore. Yeah, that's what I want. So let's go to petrol stations. All fuel stations. That's my nearest one. That's an Esso. And then hit go. Does it give me any alternative routes? I don't think so. Okay, so let's put this camera down. Make sure that actually recorded because I had problems last time. No, that looks to be good. I'm going to put on my point of view. Now I'm going to leave the car in normal mode because the rider will be more compliant and therefore my head will bob about less.
Turn right onto East Dean Hill.
Thank you. And that is less likely to make you feel nauseous. So it's quite handy. You have directions on the digital display, on the head-up display, which is an option, and of course on the main touchscreen itself. You can turn the sound off if you want to do so. There's a little button there, you can do so, and you've got a few other things you can play about with. So you can change the view, but I'm going to have it, I'll have it like that. You can also hit that button to get the side panel, or indeed to get rid of it. I'll just hit the other one. That changes that display. Let's recenter it. So there's a few different things you can play about with. must admit I've never been down this road before. I've been filming in this location for ages and I've never gone down here until now. It's a whole new world. It's quite a nice road actually. Now, as I mentioned, the climate control functions are now integrated into the touchscreen, but it isn't too fiddly to use them on the move. And although it does look like a tablet has been superglued onto the dash, you do have this little ledge here which you can use to rest your hand and to kind of help stabilise your finger, as it were. That is quite handy. You do also have voice recognition. That will be handy to save you fiddling about with the touchscreen. There will be some functions you can just ask and the car will do it for you. Move, pheasant. Silly creatures. Now, I must admit this isn't the route I would personally take. Seems to be a bit longer, but perhaps it's detected the local traffic and gone, actually, no, don't go that way. Yeah, the way I would go would be perhaps a bit more direct, but with the traffic today, that might not be the best choice. It's my outside GoPro turning off. You got to walk against traffic. Walk against traffic. Silly woman.
In 200 yards, turn left.
Oh, I know where I am now. So this is where this road leads. Yeah, you've got Goodwood House just to my right hand side.
Left.
I will turn left, thank you. I would have thought, oh yes, I'm turning right at the end of the road. And this route does seem to be a little bit around the houses, but not a massive concern. No.
In 200 yards, turn right.
Quite different, a few different things you can play about with. The display isn't quite as perhaps vibrant or as colourful as, let's say, the Seat system, just to give a comparison, but it's clear, crisp. It does everything you need it to. I find the Seat system is a bit too, not gimmicky,
Roundabout, take the first exit to the A27.
but I would say maybe it's trying too hard, whereas this is a more, I would say, honest system. Oh, look at that little dirt buggy.
At the roundabout, take the first exit to the A27.
Right, we are almost there. What I like about the navigation is that it tells you the directions at the right times, and that may seem like a really silly thing to say, but I find that when I use Android Auto and I'm using...
At the roundabout, take the fourth exit to the A27, then arrive at Esso.
When I use Google Maps, I find the instructions either come too far in advance or too late. It will tell you about 2 years before you need to do something, and then when it actually gets to the point of you doing it, it'll go, turn left, and you're like, oh, it's too late, I've gone past the road I was meant to turn left down. So yeah, I would say this strikes the right balance between...
At the roundabout, take the fourth exit to the A27, then arrive at Esso.
Yeah, this strikes the right balance between telling you the information you need at the right times without going overboard. That's a Mazda 6 MPS, by the way. That's a rare car. Some of you probably don't care, but for fellow petrol heads who go, oh yes, that is a serious bit of kit.
200 yards, arrive at Esso on the left.
Yeah, you don't, it's
Arriving at Esso on the left.
not very often that you see a Mazda 6 MPS. Pretty cool things, actually. Right, and we have arrived. No fuss, no hassle. The Ford Sync 4 just got the job done and got it done well. So let's take this off my head. Probably got like bed hair or something now. I do need to get my hair cut.
Now, before I sign off, I did actually have a chance to test out the Park Assist, so here you go.
Space found. Okay. Release steering wheel. Oh. Oh, it's getting awfully close to that BMW. No, no, it's not. I'm just being dramatic. Stop. Shift to first gear. Oh, it's so unnerving. Right, into reverse. Oh, this looks quite straight. Oh, this is good. Oh. There we go. We are parked. And there's a rather bemused gentleman in front of me. There we go. That looks to be pretty good. I've got no car beside me, so I can't really truly test the accuracy, but there's no real car parks around here. But if I get out, hopefully you will see. There we go. Jobs are good and lovely stuff. The wonders of technology. First Park Assist and then Terminator. I do hope you have enjoyed this video. I found it useful. If so, be sure to like, comment and subscribe. If you are subscribed, don't forget to click the bell icon so you get notified every time I make a video. But until the next time, guys, be sure to keep up the car obsession.